wondering why the background is a bit different, I moved house. No, I'm kidding. Today I'm going to be doing an extra special video for you. So today I'm going to be showing you some self-defense moves. So 3 ways you can protect yourself in a horrible situation that you might find yourself in. So the defense I'm going to show you is Jiu Jitsu based, and the reason I'm showing you Jiu Jitsu rather than like punching or kicking, which a lot of you will know I do if you follow me on Instagram or you've seen any of my previous videos, is because punching someone or kicking someone, especially as a woman kicking a man, unless you knock them out, which you probably won't, you're just going to anger them more. So you want to look at a way you can disarm a man or a predator, you know, a woman might attack you too. Today what we're going to do is look at ways you can truly disarm someone so you can get away from the situation. Now this isn't meant to be, look, this is a way you can hurt somebody, this is a way you can damage someone that you don't like. It's not about that. This is about self-defense and having that confidence as a woman, knowing that you can look after yourself. So since I started Jiu Jitsu, I only started in like September, I think, because I was always so nervous to go to classes because I was thinking, you know, I'm probably going to be the only girl there and all the guys are going to be stronger than me, and what if they like look at me, and what if they make comments about like my body or whatever. You know how women can get insecure when you go to a class. So for months I wanted to go to the class, which is on like Tuesdays and Sundays, and I didn't have the confidence to do it. And then the first maybe 5 or 6 classes, for like 2 or 3 hours before, I would be so unbelievably nervous. If you actually look at one of my read with me's, when I'm reading Living with the Devil, you'll see me like prior to a BJJ session where I'm like, I'm so nervous. But after doing it for a while, it's given me so much confidence and made me so happy. Like, I feel like I can look after myself. Like, you know, I feel more confident walking around the streets on my own. And I travel a lot on my own, go to different countries. And although, you know, I've never been attacked, and hopefully I'll never have to use these moves on anybody, it gives me that confidence and that like security within myself, knowing that I can look after myself against whoever it may be. So without any more waffling from me, I'm going to introduce Joe. So Joe is my BJJ instructor. He runs the class on Tuesdays and Sundays, and also I have one-on-one sessions with him every now and then. So I'm going to introduce him now. So this is Joe, and I'm going to let him introduce himself.
Right, so I'm Joe. I've been training BJJ now for around about 7-8 years. I started and I still train with Kevin Webb, who is a Brownie Esteemer black belt, one of the most legit black belts in the country. Very good teacher, he's taught me everything I know. Started training BJJ just simply out of interest, went to a class, ended up getting addicted, and the rest is history. So yeah, today I'm going to show you a few moves a woman could use to defend himself, or a man, but obviously this is aimed at women. The idea is choking someone is always better than maybe joint attacks or joint locks, because someone can fight through a pain threshold, someone can come back from a broken arm, but a choke, you can essentially put them to sleep and then evade the situation completely before they wake up. So I'm going to show you a couple of situations which you can work around to defend yourself. They're not always going to be revolving around a submission. There's going to be ways you can just reverse a position, stuff like that. But then I will show you a couple of submissions as well, how you can ultimately nullify an opponent.
You guys, I know a lot of you are going to be a bit younger and you can be intimidated by doing these kind of moves, but there were 2 girls that literally, they gave me so much inspiration when I went to my first class. They're called Phoebe and Ellie, and I think they're like, what, 14, 13, 14?
Yeah, about 13, 14.
Really young girls, and they do an incredible job. Like, they got me to tap out. I mean, I'm tall. How tall are you? Like 6'4"?
6'3".
Yeah. So I'm a tall woman, as you can see. I'm like 5'10", and I'm not the lightest person in the world. And these girls, they were owning me. They were doing a great job, putting me in headlocks and making me so I couldn't move. So don't think, oh, well, I have to be tall, or I have to be muscly, or I have to be big. Literally, I've been tapped out by a 13-year-old girl. So don't worry. Okay, so first move we're going to do is a triangle choke, and we're going to do it from guard. So this will be when he is on top of me, but I've got my legs wrapped around him.
So in this position now, this is different to if Bronte was mounting me. If Bronte had mounted me, I'd be in a lot more of a dangerous position. From here, it's about 60-40 in Bronte's favour. There's stuff I can do here. While my feet are crossed behind her and my legs are around her, I'm able to attack her. I'm in a less vulnerable position than if she was mounted on top of me. Now, the first thing I want to do when in close guard, full guard, call it what you will, is to break Bronte's posture. Because if she's upright over the top of me, she can throw down punches. She's also got a lot more ability to move around, stuff like this. Whereas if she can also choke me from here, if I'm able to remove their arms, get her arms into the centre of the body, bring my hand around to the back of the head, and break a posture, I've now took away a lot of her power. She's not able to hit me with his powerful shots. I can also now start looking to set up an attack. So the first thing I want to do is I want to get a foot on a hip. Once I've got a foot on a hip, the second thing I want to do is bring this leg up underneath her armpit. Okay? From here now, I can close my legs over her shoulder. This is controlling her posture a lot more. Here, I can hip up and I can attack her arm. Okay? From here, I can break her arm from this position because I'm using the pivot point on her elbow and I've got all of that playroom to snap her arm in two. If she feels that danger and she pulls that arm free, when she's got one arm in, one arm out, now I can put my foot on her hip, switch around to the other side, cut the angle, grip the shin, put the foot behind the knee and squeeze. Bronte tapped out in that situation, so I let her go. But if she hadn't tapped out, or if you didn't want to let her go, you could put her to sleep, because I'm cutting off the blood. So both arteries, one with her leg, one with my leg, one with her arm, and when there's no blood going to the brain will shut down and she'll fall to sleep.
And seriously, this is one thing that I've learned so much from doing BJJ and like actually getting involved. When someone's got the back of your neck, and I can do it to, you know, you can easily do it to people that are bigger than you, and you've pulled them down to your chest, there's not much they can do. They're freaking out, they're realising they're losing the situation, and they literally can't see to assess the situation, so always just get them in. But basically, if you underhook the leg, which means basically like go like this, under the leg, you can use it to like pull your body around. So if you can't quite get around, just kind of like.
You'll never be able to triangle someone from straight on. You always need to cut the angle. So you need to be at about 3 or 9 o'clock, depending on what side of the body you're attacking. And underhooking the leg will let you create that.
So instead of being like this is him and this is you, instead of being like this and trying to attack, you need to be like this. The second move that I'm going to show you is how to get somebody off you when they're on top of you, which is what we're going to call bumping someone off mount. This isn't a way to like kill somebody, but it's just a way to get away, which is what we want to do. So mount is literally when you're sat on top of them, but their legs are like behind you.
So from here, I'm in a lot more of a vulnerable position. Again, I can't let Bronte get posture on me, so I've got to do everything I can to hook her around the body and pull her down, because she's now able to hit me from here, and I can absorb a lot less damage. So the first move I'm going to show, I'm going to try and attack her arm and keep her arm close into her body. So I'm hooking around the body like this, with her arm in close. From here now, I'm going to try and put this foot on the outside of her foot. Okay? Now, she can't base out of her foot or her arm, and I'm just going to give a big hit bump over this way.
Oh wow, that was really good. It's amazing. You don't understand how much you can use your body as a weapon. Like, Joe's been doing it for a lot longer than me, so obviously he's a lot better. But when he like gets you in tight, you can't move. And I don't think it's necessarily about like strength or power, it's about technique. Like if you're holding someone so that they can't move their arm in a certain way, it doesn't matter how big that arm is. Okay, don't feel bad if you don't get this straight away, because it takes time and practice. Like I can't get it straight away. Stuff takes time to learn, but if you keep trying, you'll get there eventually. So I've done it a couple times now, so hopefully it won't be as bad. Let's go again. So, the next move that we're going to be doing is from standing, and I think it's probably the easiest one to do because I feel like there's least to think about. I am literally not that great when it comes to movements. So like I can't dance, I can't do art. So I am terrible at this. So if I can do it, you can definitely do it.
Bronte goes to push me. Take the wrist, take a step back, come around the back of her tricep, pull her over towards the side of me. As I do that, I'm going to come round to her back I've grabbed my wrist here, this arm's come underneath the hand. I'm going to bring this hand onto a shoulder, put it inside the crook of my bicep. This hand's going to come behind the head. I'm going to go ear to ear, get my head close to hers, and squeeze. And then from this angle, this arm comes round, look at the bicep, swim this hand round, ear to ear, and squeeze.
When you're practicing with your friends, let each other tap out. If somebody taps, you stop right away, because you can die. No, you can't really die. Okay, so this is the move. Let's do it. Okay, so you go to push me, I grab his arm, pull him in, spin him around like this, and then I've got my hand here. Make sure your eyes are closed, and that's it. That's how quickly you can do it. So if a guy's trying to push you, a guy's trying to start a fight, you can end it like that.
If Bronte's in my face, if she's invading my personal space from here, I can snap her head down, come over the top, grab my wrist or the fleshy part of my hand, and then from here I'm going to pull up tight and try and get my elbow over her shoulder.
You're so good at that.
Again, that's like a choke, stops the blood flow to the brain, and she'll fall to sleep.
And even if you can't hold it to the point where they fall asleep, if you're doing that to somebody, like you get discombobulated, like your mind just goes bloop, and 5 seconds is all you need to get away. So this is something that's really important as a woman to use, because like obviously Joe's a lot taller than me. Like doing this to get his neck isn't that smart, but like you said, if I pull his neck down like this, and then I can just switch it, it makes it a lot easier for me to get him, and then his height doesn't mean anything. Okay, so what you do under the neck, you can like grab your wrist like this or like this, and then snap it. Don't like just slowly apply pressure.
The move is called a guillotine, so we're thinking about it. I'm not just squeezing tight. A guillotine is when you chop someone's head off, isn't it? So think about it like you're trying to chop their head off. So you're bringing these hands in tight to your chest, and then you're just going to loop this shoulder over the top. And then all of this space where the head is just completely shrinking, and you're removing the head essentially, but you're not. You're just putting them to sleep.
Yeah, okay.
That one looks realistic.
Yay! See, like, when I was thinking about doing this video, I was like, yeah, I can totally do triangles and stuff, because I learned it in like I learned how to actually do it kind of in my last lesson with Joe last week. And then today I was like, oh no, I'm nowhere near as good as I thought I was. But you will find like your niche, your move, something that you can do to feel like you protect yourself. Yeah. So that is it. I hope those 3 moves were helpful to you. If you have any questions about them or want to know any more about BJJ, feel free to hit me up. And then Joe teaches his classes, which you're welcome to come to.
I teach on a Tuesday, 8:30 till 9:30, and a Sunday, 11 till 12, down at Spartan's Kickboxing Academy in Hinckley. It's kind of a beginner's class. Most of the people who have started I've brought from the ground up. No one's really at an advanced level yet. We just come down, we learn fundamental Jiu Jitsu, which is going to help you out on the street, which will help you out if you just want to train Jiu Jitsu itself in a sports sense or in a self-defense sense. You come down, you're more than welcome.
Yay! Okay, well, thanks for tuning in, guys. I hope you like this video. It's mixed martial arts is something I'm really passionate about and I do really enjoy, and I think way more women need to get into it and not be intimidated by the fact that you'll be fighting guys, because whatever, screw the guys. That's girl power. So anyway, thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, and I will see you all next time.